Look at this. No signal. How good is that? Last night, Charlie and I went out for our evening walk, and the sky was on fire.
That's ridiculous, right? So Charlie and I have come out for a walk this evening, and the sky is doing this.
This morning, however, we got the first rain of the trip, so we're learning to just sort of relax into it. There's been a slight gap in the weather, so Charlie and I have decided to try and go for a walk, because this car park here is actually like the start of a hiking trail, so maybe we'll give that a go in the gap of the weather. But I just wanted to show you the full scale of where we stayed last night. That's our home last night. This is the car park. We've got it all to ourselves, just nestled in there. Now, we've been fortunate enough to stay in some pretty nice places recently, but this might be our favourite of the lot, and as far as we can tell, it's probably going to rain all day, so we're deciding whether or not to just have a chill day and stay here again tonight. We do need to go to the shops and maybe run some chores, but might come back here tonight. I haven't decided yet. We did a lot of driving yesterday, so it'd be good to not move. So where are we walking?
I don't know.
Should we just head down the path and see where it takes us?
Yeah.
Yeah? We'll end up at one of these things, whatever all these things are. We'll end up at one of them, so can't be that bad. What did you just say?
That's a really big slug.
Don't listen to her, Mr. Slug. We're all about body positivity here. You're not that big.
It's half the size of my foot.
Okay, it is pretty big. So this has been quite a big travel year for Charlie and I. One of the biggest we've ever had. And one of the things we did earlier this year was go on our honeymoon to Canada. Now, the trip in Canada actually started off in a city, Vancouver, an amazing city which I highly recommend anyone who gets the chance goes to visit. But actually, the majority of the trip was a road trip where we visited various different natural areas of Canada. Natural areas? Nature? Nature. Now, we loved Vancouver, didn't we, Charlie?
We did, yeah.
It was such a nice city, but when I think back to that trip, when I think back to my favourite moments, they were all out on a mountain somewhere, or looking at a lake, or in the middle of nature. Those were my favourite moments. Okay, so we've ended up in a random town, so we're gonna see if we can find a shop, because we do need to get some food. I think we're gonna have to go back to the van and drive to a supermarket, which is okay because we're covered by trees at the moment, so the battery's not charging at all, which it will do even in the rain. But back to Canada. We enjoyed the nature bits, and we actually finished our trip in Banff. I don't know if I'm stood like above the lake or not, so don't want to go further back. Thin ice. Oh, it's just started raining again. We timed that well. I think the thing I liked about areas like Jasper and Banff, and specifically the areas around Banff, you know, the mountains and the lakes, is that when you were out there, when you were just stood up on a mountain or out looking at a lake, it just felt like you were in the middle of nowhere, like you were completely disconnected from it all, which is something I struggle with, feeling like I'm switched off from everything. You coming?
I think this is probably the end for me.
You see, because of what I do on social media and posting videos on YouTube, I'm constantly looking at my phone. So I love it when I have an excuse to just completely switch off. Switched off? Switch off. That's what I meant.
This is a fancy shop. When we were in Banff, we ended up going into this little tourist shop in the middle of the town. I think it was called like the Bear Tavern or something like that. Do you think we've overdone it?
No.
When I went into that shop, I found a sticker which said no Wi-Fi, and I don't know what it was about this particular sticker, but I just found myself really wanting to buy it. I think there's been a bit of a break in the weather. So with that in mind, I think we've decided we are going to move on today. We're going to carry on travelling down through the Black Forest because Charlie has found us a nice little walk to do. And if the weather's going to hold out, we might as well take advantage of the weather and move on down. So we are moving on. And Charlie's driving. Clean that window. Anyway, back to Canada. I end up buying this sticker, and I can't tell you what it is about this particular sticker that spoke so much to me. I mean, the design is fairly basic. It's pretty much like your mum's Prosecco time fridge magnet, but I don't know, there was just something about it that reminded me to switch off. Something that reminded me that actually enjoy the adventure, focus on what's going on in front of you and switch off. And I think that is why I ended up buying this sticker. So we're driving on a road quite simply called the 500 at the moment. We're traveling south down through the Black Forest. This is meant to be one of the prettiest drives, so I've got plenty of time lapse of this road for you to enjoy. Turns out that even though it's not raining, we are in a cloud. We're driving in a cloud, so the views may not be what they should have been. Oh no! We're in a cloud, Charlie.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologise. So we found the hike Charlie wanted to do. So this is the trail we're doing, right?
Yeah.
That's the one? They have lynx here.
Yeah.
Imagine if we saw a lynx. That'd be so good. So we've come out of the trees of the Black Forest and we've arrived at this sort of plateau. But Charlie was telling me something interesting on the way up about why the Black Forest is called the Black Forest. Why is it called the Black Forest?
Because it's made of pine trees, and because they're so tall and dark, they cast really dark black shadows. So, Black Forest.
There you go. The more you know. Is it mad that I didn't know? I just thought it was named after the cake. So we're about to go up this massive tower so we can take in the view, and genuinely, the view is stunning. You're going to be amazed by this. Check this out. Oh my God. Wow. That's incredible. That's breathtaking.
What a view, hey?
Right? This is exactly what I mean. No Wi-Fi, just taking the view. Fresh mountain air. Starting to get something. Charlie's filming as well. We're both filming.
On the après, aren't we?
On the après. So we've found ourselves a little bar at the bottom of our climb, and it's the bottom of a ski run as well. So we've decided to share a beer because, you know, might as well. So we found ourselves a new home for the evening. And just like last night, we're nestled in the heart of the Black Forest, far away from everywhere, somewhere where we can just completely disconnect. Which brings me nicely back to that sticker I bought in Canada. You see, ever since I bought this sticker, I've been carrying it around with me, partly as a reminder to try and be in the moment, and partly because I haven't found the perfect place for it. But now that I think about it, I think I know exactly where it needs to go. Where better to remind myself to be in the moment than in the van?